Hi Joe, my name is Kim. Welcome to Renegade Wind. I dressed up for you today. I'm in my very best mud pants and mud coat. I hope you appreciate that. I thought I would start by giving you a tour of the barn. So come on with me. The horses, is this good, John?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The horses are out 24/7 as much as possible. I don't believe in keeping them in. However, we don't, as you'll see in a few minutes, we don't have shelters for them. So when the weather is really bad, we bring them in overnight, and then we'll put them back out first thing in the morning. Otherwise, they come in the morning and they get fed and turned right back out, and they come in at night and get fed and turned back out. This way we get eyes on them. Not all the horses have somebody spending some time with them every day, so we get a chance to look them over. The stalls, I have them, as you'll see, they're all cut down so the horses can have social interaction with each other when they're in as much as possible. I try to pair them with a buddy, and so far I think I've been pretty successful. Everybody's getting along. Occasionally we have herd dynamics change just a little bit, so maybe we'll have two horses that are normally friends on the outs. If that continues, I will move the stalls so nobody's stressed when they're here in the barn. So we'll go this way. We do have a wash stall here, but even though the cross ties are still hanging, I don't allow cross ties to be used in the barn. I don't think they're very safe, and we're at a level now where we can teach our horses to stand with a drop lead rope. So really, why would you want to tie a horse up anyway, now that we've gone to the other side? One other little thing of note about our barn is we're an iron-free barn. We're the only one in the area, probably the only one on the eastern seaboard in this country. I don't allow bits in the barn. I don't allow spurs or shoes. I think all of those are very cruel. I don't allow use of whips when you're riding. I'm still getting away from that, holding something up and directing it with the horse. I've been doing some reading, and I'm finding that that is considered to be intimidating to the horse. Our horses are used to it. They don't act like there's a problem, but then maybe I just don't recognize it now. So we can talk more about that. I'm an open slate, so very open ideas on the barn. Any thoughts that you have are appreciated. Okay, so our arena's down here. Thank goodness we have a heated bathroom. I have to introduce you to this lady, Joe. She's a lifesaver. Mary, wave. This is Mary, and she is just wonderful. She helps me out with stalls 4 days a week and gives me good advice, and is a real blessing. All right, a word about blankets. I hate blankets. I hate using them. I don't believe horses need them. However, again, we don't have shelters outside. So when we have a wet snow that's going to be going on for most of the day, or a cold rain that's going to be going on most of the day, I do blanket the horses. And we try to use lighter blankets. It's still going to keep the hair from puffing up like it should, but it's only in extreme cases. So that's our blanket row. Here we have a standard 60 by 120 indoor arena. We've got all kinds of balls and toys and pedestals and different things for enrichment for the horses to play with. These bags hanging are from a mounted combat workshop we did last year, and it was a lot of fun building coordination with the riders. So we left them up, and we're hoping to do some more of those. And then the indoor arena empties right out to the pastures. So we'll come right this way. Okay, so I'll give you the tour this way first. We have two turnouts. I keep all the horses in a herd as much as possible. This is for horses that are injured or quarantined when they first come into the facility. This is Leo. Hi, Leo. He's one of my personal partners. Hi, buddy. How are you? You want to get out of there, don't ya? Leo and Sugar are always separate from the herd. Sugar's the little mare back there, and she had a fractured pelvis about a year ago, and she just doesn't move 100% correctly. So to put her out in the herd would not be a good thing for her. So she hangs out here with Leo, and what I try to do is move them around. I'll put them in our obstacle arena over there. I flip them with this other turnout. Sometimes I take them to our lower summer pasture, just to try to keep their minds going. I don't know, I hate these turnouts. They're kind of, to me, brain dead places to put these horses. So if you have any ideas for things I can put out that they might be interested in, to make their life a little more interesting, go ahead and throw that idea out. I'm open. All right, buddy, I'll be back. So this is our flat arena. I can see over there the horses pulled a cone through to play with. I guess they wanted a cone over there. Maybe I should give one to Leo and Sugar. So outdoor arena 1. And then this is pretty much put away for the year, what we did do with it. But usually this is our obstacle / agility arena, confidence building. We put things up like a teeter-totter, a raised pedestal, things hanging off the uprights, just to try to build confidence with the horses and get them used to a lot of things. This black barrel up front here is for all kinds of stretches and exercises the riders can do. It also serves as practice mounting. If you kick any of my horses as you're getting on or off in a lesson, you do have to come out and give me 20 clean mounts and dismounts off of that. I know that sounds mean, but I try to teach my children and adults to respect the horses. And then if you want to come this way, I'll show you our summer turnout. This is our summer pasture we put in this year. I bring the horses down for the first part of the day, the ones that can go down there. Some of them are sensitive to the sugar content in the grass, so I can only have them out for a couple hours at best anyway. Some of our ponies just look at grass and gain weight, so that wouldn't be a good bet for them. But the total property here is 33 acres, and that's probably probably about a 3-acre field right there. The side of it where it curves in, if you can see through the trees there, is actually a very slight incline hill, so it's great if we take horses down there to lunge to build them up. And then to the side where all the woods are, we have 17 acres of groomed trails, which are really nice. They go down to a creek. A lot of times in the summer we'll take the horses to the creek and just let them cool off. It's not real deep. The deepest part is probably about 3 feet, and they like to go in there though and splash around. And the trails are nice, gives them some variety. All right, Joe, this is our Jenny Craig turnout. I have 4 ponies that I keep here for the first 4 to 5 hours until these horses clear most of the hay that I put out in the morning. Hello, sweetheart. She knows I have something, so here we go. Good girl. This horse is also one of my personal partners, as is this guy. Hi, Em. Can you smile for Joe? Good boy. If you look this way into it, smile. Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. Don't be jealous. He's also one of my personal partners. I traded 4 riding lessons for him. And this little girl is not technically mine, but she wasn't able to jump the way her owner wanted her to due to an injury. And so she asked me if I would take her, and I did, because I have sucker written right here. I don't know if you can see it. And she had been handled so harshly by people. That was a very long time before I could even get a halter on her willingly out here, and some days she still doesn't want to be bothered. Her former trainer told me right on the phone that she used to ride her fully dressed, which meant spurs and a whip. And this pony is very forward. She does not need that. So she's still learning to trust people again. And I'm so happy I learned about positive reinforcement, because I'd never be able to work with her otherwise. So anyway, these guys will be let out probably in another half hour or so to join the rest of the herd, and that's why they're separate. And actually, John, if you want to turn behind you that way, we have Liliette and Romeo coming up, or maybe I should say Romeo and Liliette. Hi, baby. Not time to come in yet for lunch. Hi. I met Lily years ago, and I bought her for $1. Somebody asked me to take a look at her, and she wasn't going to end up in a good place. Here, excuse me, Romeo. I'll just move over here, buddy, while they have a discussion. She was lame on 3 legs, and her back was incredibly sore. Turns out she has kissing spine. So she's retired here, and sometimes we'll use her in ground lessons when I'm teaching clicker training. But this wonderful man behind the camera, John, has taken a fancy to her, and I pretty much leave her in his capable hands for her enrichment. Oh, excuse us. Excuse me, Romeo. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Okay, so fortunately Romeo escorted me out so I didn't get lost. And this guy right here is Willie. He came to me from one of my clients. She died early 50s, and she just wanted him to have a good home. So in her mind, a good home was bitless and shoeless. And Romeo's going to assist a photographer, so if the camera gets jostled, that's what's going on. He's delightful. And I started him under saddle a couple of years ago. I've been on his back 8 times, and I mostly just sat there, let him get used to it. And I'm hoping when things settle down here a little bit in the next few weeks, starting in January, I can really spend time with my horses. My personal horses are very neglected as far as just me spending time with them. Fortunately, my students do. Hi, Willie. How's breakfast today? Is it good? Is it good, buddy? Hi. How are ya? How are ya? I'm not so long. Good boy. Okay, why don't we go ahead and we'll keep walking out. This is Luke. He is also one of my personal partners. He came to me a number of years ago. Long story short, he was purchased for a little girl in her early teens. She discovered boys, wasn't interested in the horse anymore. They abandoned him at the farm they had him at, and I bought him for the back board, the back vet, and the back farrier. And evidently he thinks I need a bath. Boy. Good boy. Okay. Over here, if you can see in the trees, actually let's go ahead and walk this way a little bit. We have a nice windbreak out in the back where those horses are. Where these fence posts stand up, this pasture, we took it down into the woods a little bit so the horses have a little break from the bugs and the heat in the summer. This dips down a little bit. The horses also find shelter from the weather under those trees, and because it dips down and it's sheltered, they have a little bit of a break there. I've thought about putting sheds out here, but I think we only have about 12.5 acres. And if I put the sheds out here, it's going to take away from their space to move around. Because I have anywhere from 16 to 18 horses out here. So I think it would take away too much from their space where they can move. So I might, in the short run, just have to keep bringing them in and out. And unfortunately, I don't have hay stations out here. I know they should have access to hay 24/7 or forage. But because of the way the herd is structured, I haven't figured out how to do that. So again, I'm open to ideas. When I say how the herd is structured, I'm trying to keep all the horses that are in the higher level from getting all the hay and guarding it. Okay, so let's go ahead. We'll go out and say hi to these guys in the back. So here's a little bit of the in crowd. Now Luke is escorting you, John, just so you know he's behind you. Hi guys. Okay, this horse coming up is Ivan. He was starved to the point of death, emaciated. He was rescued, and one of my clients purchased him from the rescue. Hi buddy. And he is a sweetheart. Oh, and here comes my heartthrob. This is Nick. Nick and I have been together for 24 years. He's 26 years old. And boy, has he taught me a lot. Hi, buddy. Got kisses? Got kiss? Oh, good boy. Good boy. Okay, and then we'll go back to this group. John, you notice how Rico's kind of barged in with Whisper and Magic? This is Rico Suave. He was another starvation case rescue, and I'll send you a picture of him with this video of what he looked like when he was rescued. This is Magic. He is 27, and he is one of my personal partners. He's the one who teaches all my kids, and he's just lovely. Huh, buddy? Huh. He's probably thinking it's close to lunchtime. You're getting mugged by Rico now, John. This also is Whisper, that thoroughbred over there. He is wonderful. He has Lyme disease and fibrotic myopathy. Okay, so the last thing, Joe, is I'm just going to let these ponies out before we finish our tour. You ready? Have a good day. Bye-bye. Have a good day. Oh, hi. Hi. This is always a gift when this particular little filly hangs out with me. And she's not really a filly, but she's so sweet. That's what I call her. Okay, come on, Steiny. Come on, Steiny. Joe, this guy should be a photographer for National Geographic, because you have no idea what he's endured just to stand in this pasture today and video. Okay, I'm going to end here. I have to get this little guy out. He's probably our most timid horse in the herd. He doesn't really get picked on. He stays to himself. And his best buddy is my Arabian Nick out there that I told you was my little heartthrob. And Romeo's back to supervise anyway. So anyway, I hope this gave you a rough idea of what we have to work with here. We do some of our workout right out in the pasture. Thanks, Romeo. He likes your windsock. And very open to ideas. So thanks for taking time out of your day to look at this, and I'll see you on email.